While more than 80% of incubators support early-stage projects, only half of them offer scale-changing support programs. At the same time, global problems such as unemployment, global warming, food waste are growing and many remain unsolved. Social entrepreneurs are tackling these problems, often at a small level, and then the need to provide programs for social ventures to scale up is growing. Scaling up means to expand or replicate innovative pilot or small-scale projects in order to increase social or environmental impact. This significant step in an organization's life often comes with new challenges and issues that require deep thought from the entrepreneurs. The question we ask today is, how can incubators provide scaling up social enterprises with the right tools and support to help them grow serenely?
Olarak bizler için uluslararası bir network ağının parçası olabilmek çok kıymetli. Kuluçka programları da kendimizi pek çok farklı sektöre ve kurum tipini anlatabilmenin en iyi yollarından biri. Bu yüzden de kuluçka programlarının bizlere uzun vadeli bir etki oluşturabileceğimiz birliktelikleri katabilecek ortamlar oluşturmasını oldukça önemsiyoruz. Elbette bu programlarda verilen her türlü geri bildirimde girişimimiz için bizlere yardımcı oluyor. Bu sebeple de aldığımız mentörlükler, geri bildirimler ekibimiz tarafından daima değerlendiriliyor. Kesinlikle her düşünceye bir şans vermesini ve girişimcilere inanarak onları desteklemelerini söyleyebilirdik. Yaptığınız işe inanıldığını bilmek motivasyonunuzu oldukça arttırıyor. Öte yandan sosyal girişimlerin kendini finanse edebilmesi bazen çok daha karmaşık. Bu yüzden de sosyal girişimlerin finansal açıdan da sürdürülebilirliği açısından onlara destek olabilmek, farklı iş birlikteliklerine onları açık hale getirebilmek kritik bir noktada. Kuluçka merkezlerinin ekosistemi birleştirici gücünü daha büyük sosyal etkiler oluşturabilmek ve girişimlerin sürdürülebilirliğine destek olabilmek için verimli kullanmasının önemli bir etken olduğuna inanıyoruz.
Incubator has a main role in helping entrepreneurs to get to the basic and challenge them. Our first mission is to help them know who they are. And for that, we have to come back to the project. What's the mission? Where it comes from? What's their value proposition and business model? And then what they want to do. So to know how to fix their objective. For us, it's very important that they have people that can help them reflect on what they want to do. It can be to do better or to have a partner do for them or do something else or do more. It's very important because enterprise want to scale up geographically without thinking about the objective. And sometimes it can be very more powerful to focus on the beneficiary need and do more, add services or do something like that. So I advise everyone to focus on who you are. To build a program, I have many recommendations, but the first one is to focus on the needs of the entrepreneurs. Usually we want to do too much, but the most important is to focus on them and come back from the basic and not be too theoretical. So don't do too much. My second advice is to help them reflect together and have real time to integrate, to apply concept into reality. And for that, I will say that it has to be a team alignment. All the team needs to be there. And my third advice is to create link between people. It's very more powerful when they have a question that they can rely to the community, and then you are just here to make the link between everyone and go further.
If you think about it, we currently have had in the program around 1,000 ventures that have been incubated in the past, and many of them, of course, then later on need to scale up their ventures. Number one, strategy. I think there needs to be some North Star that already is embedded in an early stage phase, in a phase where a venture would take part in an incubator, that defines what is actually your vision, what is the one indicator you aim to scale in the future, that pretty much defines your impact model and then probably also your business model. So what do you actually intend to scale at one point in the future, and what do you not intend to scale, is something that I think needs to be embedded from the get-go in the vision of any venture, because I've seen too many ventures thinking about scaling in the wrong way and thinking about it in terms of we need to grow in terms of team size, we need to grow in terms of revenues, but that all are secondary questions, and that very much is driven by the culture and the strategic clarity that is defined already in an incubator. Number two is not so much about impact and business models, but it is more about the people who run those social enterprises, the team and the leadership. I think leadership and especially well-being needs to be at the core of every early stage incubator as a key element that then later on also supports any scale up. People that are in an early stage need to understand that they run a marathon, not a sprint, and that if they want to scale up their venture at one point in the future, they need to build up a team culture and also a perspective by themselves on their leadership role that is embedded in well-being and in resilience.
Thanks to our three speakers, we now have better clues on how to support the best scaling social entrepreneurs. Some of the most interesting facts that can be identified are: first, it is really important to get back to the basics and the why of the project. By doing this, you can choose which activities will be scaled up or not regarding the relevance to the core of the project. This will allow the entrepreneurs to scale up more efficiently. The second fact we can put under the spotlight is that as an incubator, you can push the entrepreneur and its team to work together in order to embark all of the team on this scaling up journey. Finally, a great advice for supporting scaling up enterprises might be to support them on their way to create a team culture around well-being and resilience. To conclude this video, keep in mind that, as Jacob Detering said earlier, scaling up is a marathon, not a sprint.